I was bad. Okay, I was bad, and I haven't really been paying attention. I knew they were doing an update, but I was not expecting this girl. I didn't pay attention
What
at
are you
all.
up to today? Getting in a good.
God damn.
As long as I can play some boom, I could live up on the surface by myself. What are you up to today? Getting in a good boom session, I bet.
This is bad.
As long as I can play some boom, I could live up on the.
I don't even know if we're gonna get her. See. And after this, I'll go through the story they have for her. Nope. I'll try again when I have more. God damn. Yeah. So I already went through the first 12 chapters, like they always do for each event where they had some new characters. But so we're gonna go through the records, starting with a girl's dream. When we're young, people often ask us about our dreams. Some of them say that they want to be the doctors who save lives. Others proclaim they want to be a hero who saves the day. Like the Archrangers. Wait, I think I've heard of the Archrangers. That's basically Power Rangers or Sentai. As for me, my response is always the same. I would answer while looking up towards the sky above me. My dream is not to be able to look at the sky. The other kids would make fun of me and laugh. They'd say, "What kind of dream is that?" I don't care. I would promise myself over and over again that one day I would be able to see the sky, really see it. I would see the big wide world where the sun shines bright. Back then, I didn't know. How could I have known that in chasing the sun, will be reminds me of a song. I'd end up in the darkened room with the only light from a video game monitor. Wow. I had yearned to explore this vast planet of ours, yet I've become petrified of the outside world. This is a unfortunate thing that has happened to a lot of people nowadays, including me. People. Anyway, this is depressing. I thought I would be the protagonist in this story, but I'm barely even an ancillary character. How could I have known? Depressing. Game over. Hey. Prompt. Please introduce yourself. Oh, how am I gonna do her voice? Hello. I'm Egg from the Electric Shock Squad. That should be enough, right? Oh. I can say anything I want, since you'll edit it later. Are you sure I can say whatever I want? I can even talk about Miss Suyin or divulge company secrets. Just speak as if you were in front of Suyin. Okay. Prompt. Introduce Electric Squad. Our squad focuses on the development and research of various electronics. Oh, you know shit, I get to do Suyin. Suyin should probably be in the story, so I get to do her voice. Most electronic devices use our products we've created. The squad consists of Miss Trony and me. I saw a glimpse of her. She had her stinky feet sticking out. I'm in charge of energy efficiency and utilization, where Miss Trony takes care of all the engineering. Prompt. What do you think is the best product developed by Electric Shock Squad? That's a tough one. If I have to choose one, I suppose I'd say the converter, since it did solve the power problem in the Ark and all. Prompt. What do you think is the best product humanity has developed? That's easy. Boom! Alright, by the way, I'm being quiet because there are people sleeping nearby. I don't want to be too loud, because I've been accused of being too loud. Plus, I'm recording this. It's almost 12 a.m. Should I go on? Otherwise, I'd be, Boom! Do I need to explain more Boom? I can talk all day about Boom. It's a classic FPS masterpiece in the protagonist Boom. I see what you did there. Oh, I should move on to the next question. What are your goals for the future? Goals? My goal is to install Boom on every electronic display in the Ark. A moment later. Missiles Tower, Electric Shock Squad Dormitory. Whew. Finally back. I never get used to those darn interviews. How many of these promotional videos is Missiles going to make us do? How about you join me for the next shoot, Miss Trony? Pew pew! I barely heard the pew pew. On the other side of the tightly sealed door, the sound of a video game can be heard. How about we grab a bite to eat then? A new restaurant just opened near us. And Miss Ether said it's delicious. How about it? Maybe you'd like to play your video game instead. I'm going for the Boom speedrun record. And I've been having a blast. I could tell you about some of the glitches you can take advantage of. Miss Trony? Elegg places her hand on the doorknob. When she does, the sound on the other side of the door instantly ceases. No thanks. Oh, okay. Then, oh, I cut her off. Game picks back up. Oh. So, Trony's the one that's depressed. Okay. Okay. The game picks back up, louder than ever this time, signaling Trony's unwillingness to continue the conversation. Are you sure you're okay? With some concern, Elegg looks down upon the scattered pieces of paper lying on the ground. They're from the research log that had been written a long time ago. I should clean this place up. Otherwise, I'm sure to get an earful from Miss Yuyan. Elegg bends down and picks up one of the pieces of paper. I'm struggling. Some words are scrawled on it. Electric Shock Research Log. Month X, Day X. A good day to play Boom at home. Participant, Elegg Trony. Start of converter development. Ah, those were the days. I miss those days. See, look at it. She got her... Trony's got her fucking stinky ass feet sticking out. Is all the preparation done? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. Me too. Well, shall we begin? Sure thing. You can leave the circuit designed to me. That's my area of expertise. You don't have to remind me, Miss Trony. Everybody knows you're the best in the field of electrical engineering. The best. Oh boy. I think I got her voice down. Trony hastily buries her face between her knees and begins to tremble. What? Did I say something wrong? The best. Clearly not a big fan of compliments. Noted. Miss Trony and I used to talk all the time. Elegg directs her voice towards the closed door. Miss Trony, I'll come again tomorrow. Eleg's footsteps fade away. Is that? Oh, it's it's the computer's talking to her. I gotta do a computer voice. Trony, are you sure it's okay to give Elegg the cold shoulder? If you consider someone your friend, the least you can do is say hi to them. Shit. I'm guessing this is Trony speaking. It's already too late. Why did you start playing the game in the first place? I don't remember. Then perhaps you should ask yourself, is it really okay? The fighter jet controlled by Trony is hit by enemy gunfire and explodes. Wait, what is she playing? She's playing War Thunder? World of Warplanes? Does anyone play World of Warplanes anymore? Game over. Game over screen flashes a few times and then disappears. The screen turns off, leaving the entire room in darkness. Man. It really hits. Shit. Game over B. The next day. Electric Shock Electric Shock Squad Research Lab. Ooh. Why is it playing this music? Elegg sits amidst a jumble of circuits and wires, jotting down a research log. Electric Shock Research Log. Month X, Day X. I'm dying to get back and play Boom. Participants A. Elegg. And Elegg suddenly stops in the middle of typing. With notable irritation, she then deletes what she just wrote. Participants Elegg. Oh god, Ethel. Or Ether. Why is it Ethel? Who the fuck is Ethel? That sounds like a teacher. Looks like things are going too well. Miss Ether? Can I take a look? Ether sits beside Elegg. Electric Shock Research Log. Industrious as ever. I see you haven't missed a day with these logs. If it were me, I'd have quit writing them long ago. It's not exactly my choice. I do this since I have to. A fair point. However, Ether writes something on Elegg's tablet. Participants Elegg Trony. Are you sure you're doing everything you're supposed to? Miss Trony just needs some time to rest. She'll be back soon to focus on the research. Is that so? Correct me if I'm wrong. But hasn't Trony... Wait, but hasn't Trony has... That... I think this translation's best, but hasn't Trony been... They already had has. They had has twice. But hasn't Trony... I'm gonna skip over that. Been holed up in her room for years now? Years? Holy shit. I mean... It doesn't make a difference to me whether Trony comes to the lab or not. It's not like my own work will suffer from it. The only issue is that not everyone is as understanding or as patient as I am. You've got until the end of the week. What? The higher-ups can't wait any longer. Please relay to her that she must decide by the end of the week whether she wants to continue locking herself in that room or start working for the Ark again. You make sure she gets the message. Hey, you can send her out to the boonies. And this is just an if. If she refuses to come out, what then? We'll figure out a way to make her work for the Ark again. And remember, White, perhaps if that doesn't work, then something else. Whatever is necessary to get her to work in the lab. You know nothing is beneath the higher-ups as long as it benefits the Ark. Okay. I'll relay the message. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there were 6 power outages this year. Before that, we hadn't suffered any outages thanks to your converter. They were minor incidents, and the general populace is still in the dark about it. But the higher-ups want you to get to the bottom of what's going on and fix it before the situation gets out of control. They also want that done by the end of the week. Good luck. After Ether leaves, Elegg stares at the words written on the tablet for a long time. Participants, Elegg, Trony. And agitated Elegg paces up and down the hallway. I mean, it's always hard talking to people who ain't feeling too well. It's funny, I'm one of those people. Do my best. I can do this. I can do this. I can put this off. Wait, I can't put this off. Freudian slip. I can't put this off. Got to do it today. I have to do it. For Miss Trony's sake. Elegg mumbles softly, psyching herself up. Finally, she stops in front of Trony's door. Room, door, whatever. As always, video game sound effects can be heard from behind the door. After taking a deep breath, Elegg knocks. Miss Trony. Miss Trony, it's me. Did you get some sleep? You didn't stay up all night playing those games, did you? I'm guessing you've only had Splendomin and energy drinks as well. You should come out. We can go out and have lunch together. We could play Boom if you'd like. Or any other game, it doesn't matter. I'll play whatever you want. Just come outside. Miss Trony? Miss Trony! Miss Trony! Elegg raises her voice. The sound on the other side of the door stops. They say we only have until the end of the week. If you don't come out by then, they're going to erase your memory. So please, come outside. Elegg, you can stop now. What? Didn't you hear what I just said? All of your memories will be wiped. It'll be fine. What? What are you talking about? Oh, she like Exia. She kind of saved her memory wipe. Well, her memory before she got wiped a bit. I think she basically like lost a few days. Wonder if Trony's done like the same. The game resumes and Elegg and Trony's conversation comes to a close. Alright, parallel lines. Okay. Hang on. I just realized I started the wrong one. Last coin. I hear a sonorous explosion that sends a chill down my spine. I rush into the commander's room, only to be greeted nonchalantly by both Elegg and Exia. Hello. Long time no see, noob. What are you two up to? Nothing. Just playing some Boom. Boom? Exia has her face buried in a tablet. Besides her, Elegg sits with her feet propped up on the desk. Hey, man, who doesn't want a gamer girl? As she sips an energy drink. Oh my god, man. I don't know how people drink energy drinks. I don't even fucking drink energy drinks. I rarely drink coffee. It would appear the explosions I heard came from this Boom game they're playing. Why are you playing here of all the places? Yeah, why are they playing? Everyone's in my freaking room. Don't bother me, noob. I'm in the middle of a speed run. Come on, like, what do I do next? Hurry up. Time's running out. You gotta break through the wall. That one right there. The two of them are completely immersed in the game. At this point, nothing I say would get through to them. Since I don't have anything else to do, I sit down quietly and watch them. Am I a creep? Clear! A new record. Nicely done. Wasn't that fun? Totally! I get a way to let off some steam. I told you, Boom is the best. Whether you just want to have some fun, leave some stress, or take your mind off something that's getting you down, Boom is just what the doctor ordered. Now it's time for you to play Final Quest. But first, noob, I have something serious to tell you. Actually, he hands me a pamphlet. What's this? Inside the pamphlet is written, calling all gamers to the ARC Gaming Expo. Is this some kind of gaming event? That's right. A festival organization by gamers for gamers. It's opening tomorrow. They've even got a real life event going on for Final Quest there. I can't miss that. You gotta come, noob. We absolutely, positively must go together. Exia edges closer and closer to me with each utterance, her eyes brimming with excitement. I've never even played Final Quest. I assume there is a reason it's so important that I come with you. Naturally. One of the prizes they're giving out is this in-game skin that you can only get if you and someone else participate as a pair. In-game skins? That's lame. Shouldn't I? Oh, whatever. We simply must get our hands on that costume. If that's the case, okay. Are you here for the gaming event as well, Elegg? Nah, I came here for something else. I happened to bump into Exia, and we started talking. We were debating which game was the best, Boom or Final Quest. To try and reach a decision, we figured each of us would play the other's favorite game. Does that mean you installed both of those games on my computer? Yep. Well, how about it, Exia? Are you ready to admit it? Boom is the one game to rule them all? Don't get me wrong, Boom is a lovely game. But it doesn't hold a candle to Final Quest. What? After you had such a hoot playing Boom, you're still sticking with that story? You haven't even played Final Quest yet. The passionate debate between the gamers rages on. Oh man. Last coin B. 1 hour later, the debate is still in full force. No kidding. Is this even possible? Such are the charms of Final Quest, my friend. Do you understand now? It's like Boom, but with fantasy elements. Elegg and Trony are having a ball geeking out over video games. That reminds me, they'll be holding a retro game week as part of the gaming expo. Really? Yeah, and the special limited edition Boom package will be on display. Are you serious? It's written right here. Elegg snatches the pamphlet from Trony. Oh! Oh my god. Is that true? Man, like, she's fucking steaming. Elegg's eyes dart slightly over the pamphlet. Finally, I can get my hands on the limited edition that I've only heard about all these years. Huh? Is there a cosplay event too? There sure is. They're even having an Arc Rangers fan meet and greet there. Elegg's smile disappears. Is it alright if I keep this pamphlet? Sure, no problem. I'll see you at the expo tomorrow, noob. See you there. How'd I end up getting tossed into this? Oh, my leg is itchy. Oh. So, Elegg continues to regard the pamphlet, not saying anything. Something wrong? Yes. I mean, no, nothing's wrong. I'm just a bit worn out from playing Boom all night. If I recall correctly, you just claimed amongst other things that you play Boom to get your mind off things. I guess I did. Boom works wonders for when you want to forget your troubles. So tell me, what's on your mind? Man, what am I, like a detective? I can suss out that you are having problems. I haven't exactly been forthright with you regarding why I came here. All you've told me so far is that you didn't come here because of the gaming expo. And that's true. It's just the real reason I came here to see you is because of someone on my squad. How do I know about? I just met these people and I already know about them. Trony? Yes. So you've heard of her. Trony from the Electric Jock Squad. Look at her, they're stinky. She has her stinky feet right next to her noodle cups. Oh. Despite being a prominent pioneer in the field of electrical engineering, no one has seen her before. Rumors are swirling about her being some kind of hermetic mad scientist averse to sunlight. I tried to put a positive spin on the decidedly negative images of Trony in my mind. I heard that she doesn't like going outside very much. That's putting it mildly. Other people have been much more callous in their wording. I was worried I would hear the same from you. Elegg grows morose. Hang on a second. I've never heard this. Morose. That's a that's a word I've never actually seen or heard before. Interesting. It's basically a sullen, or kind of like Elegg grows morose, as if replaying all the derogatory things she has heard about Trony. I try to keep the conversation moving and not let Elegg fall into a funk. Did something happen to Trony? She's always been shy, and although she was never a big fan of going outside that much, she used to at least come out to use the laboratory. But for a while now, she hasn't even stepped out of her room. Maybe she needs some time alone. She hasn't come outside since she created the converter. When was that? Since before the outpost was created. That long? You've never seen Trony in person, have you, Mr. Commander? That's right. I've only heard stories about her. I've done everything to try and convince her to come out of her room, but nothing ever seems to work. I came here for your help, Mr. Commander. Thank you, calling me. It'd be nice if you just called me dirt. I'm a bit antisocial myself, just like Miss Trony, so I don't have many other friends I can turn to. Okay. The thing is, they probably also come to me because I'm kind of outside the system, because they probably have issues dealing with their higher ups, and their higher ups probably don't want to be bothered about this shit. Of course, they bother me, even though I'm fucking going to the surface and breaking my legs and back and shit. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to help, but I'll try and come up with something. Alright. I follow Elegg into the Bacillus Tower. Elegg and Trony's lab is located not far from their dormitory. It's a bit messy, but you should be able to find a place if you look around. After moving some circuits and wires, I managed to carve out a sufficient space to sit. Alright, I figure we should be ambitious with our goals here. So we'll attend the Art Gaming Expo with Miss Trony to play Boom. Is that what you consider ambitious? You bet I do. We're talking about finally getting Miss Trony out of her room, and I'm confident we can do it. Elegg looks at the Art Gaming Expo pamphlet with a glint of determination in her eyes. First things first, can you tell me more about Trony? Right, good point. It'd be difficult to come up with a good plan if you don't know anything about her. What does Trony like? Let's see. She loves the Black Ranger. Wait, no. She loves the Black Arc Ranger. She's collected nearly every figurine of him that's out there. One time she wanted to attend a meetup event, so she went out, covered her head to toe in black mask, hat, leotard, the whole 9 yards. The only thing was she ended up running back here before even setting foot in the event. That was the first and only time Trony ventured outside the Bacillus Tower. It makes sense that she'd be a fan of that show. That's good to know. Let me think. What else does she like? Ah, shooting games. She was hooked the moment I introduced her to them. The first time we played, Miss Trony thought she had to use her real name as her screen name. Oh no. You should have seen how embarrassed she got. For a while, Elegg relates all things Trony related to me. As she recounts every little detail, she is grinning ear to ear the entire time. You really like Trony, don't you? Yes. She's the only true friend I have. Do you have any idea why she shut herself in her room? I don't know. She never told me. Have you asked her? It's probably Suyen. Man, fucking bitch. She doesn't seem very keen on discussing it. So, I've been waiting until she volunteers that information. Anyway, do you think that's enough information to go on? Have you thought of anything? I racked my brain for a few moments. What about this? Since she likes the Arc Rangers, we can tell her we bought a limited edition figurine. I tried that before. Miss Trony, do you know what day it is today? Well, if you're not going to guess, let me tell you. Today is the season premiere of Arc Rangers, and I brought you something to celebrate. It's a limited edition figurine of Black Arc Ranger. What do you think of that? Would you like to come out and take a look? You've wanted this for a while now, haven't you? Wait, shit, I went to that too fast. Something look up. Huh? Elegg gazes up at the corner of the ceiling and sees herself displayed in a CCTV camera monitor. In her hands, a roughly shaped lump of clay. So you were watching all along. Still though, doesn't it look kind of similar to the real thing? Not really. Oh, come on, I spent all night making it. Can't you at least give it a closer look? It may not be exact, but it looks kind of similar. Fine, I'll come back tomorrow. So, was that a flashback? Or did we just do that? She completely ignored me. Are you sure it wasn't just because you tried to pass your handiwork off as the real thing? No, because I did end up getting my hands on the real thing. Even then, after all that effort tracking it down, she still didn't budge. Okay, how about this? It may not be perfect plan, but we can say that Suyen wants to see Trony at once. Trust me, I've already gone down that route as well. Miss Trony! Something happened. Suyen wants to see us. Remember the screen protector you put on Suyen's phone? Well, some air bubbles formed, and she's really peeved. That's obvious, huh? I guess that was a lame attempt at a lie even for me. Whatever, don't pay me mind. I'll see you tomorrow. All I'm thinking is you can just have me dress up as the Black Arc Ranger, and I'll go do it. It didn't feel right lying to her like that, so I decided to stop. If I were to bring Suyen into the equation, I wouldn't have the confidence to deal with the real-life consequences. I see. That's what he said. You don't want to bug the higher-ups. I've tried just about everything under the sun. Do you want to hear more? Elegg recounts the various methods she has attempted over the past years. You tried everything that I can think of. Yeah. I think I might need a bit more time to come up with something. But by then, it might be too late. What do you mean? We've got a deadline. How long? 1 week. If Trony does come up by then, her memories will be wiped. That's why I came to you. You're my last hope. Oh, Dirt Son, you're my only hope. They seriously consider wiping her memory? Have you told Trony this? Yeah. Of course I have. She said she didn't care. Please, Commander. Can you go see Trony and try talking to her? I'm not good at talking, so I wasn't able to convince her, but you might. Please, I'm begging you. Hold on, I never asked you something. Why is it you're so desperate for Trony to leave her room? Elegg stumps for a few moments before answering. Because she's destined for better things. Is that why you've never given up on her? I know that. Wherever it is that's scaring Miss Trony right now, is something she can overcome. It might take months, it might take years, but she'll beat this thing. Someone who can shine as bright as she can shouldn't be holed up in a dark room all her life. That's why I can't give up on her. Elegg exalts Trony. Her own eyes brighten and her voice strengthens. You should try telling her that. What? Be honest with her. Tell her why you feel she has to come outside. Do you? Do you think that will really work? If you pour your heart out to her, I'm sure she'll be receptive to it. You think so? If you're nervous, I can come with you. Okay, I'll do it. Should we go see her now? Let's. I think I'm just gonna go through the whole fucking thing. The day the truth crumbled. Once there was a girl. My dream is to look at the sky. Whenever the precious Trony spoke of her dreams, the other kids were always puzzled.
What kind of dream is that? If you want to look at the sky, all you gotta do is lift your head up. If you ask me, you've already achieved your dream.
And when they asked her questions, Trony would reply, the sky above us isn't the real thing. The real sky is much higher up and much more vast. The snickering laughter became louder. Don't be such a weirdo, Trony. Wait. She kept her, OG name? I'm confused. They usually give them new names. Actually, no, they don't. I learned during the Polly's episodes. Polly's name was the same as the dog, and that's why, Ingrid, turned her into a Nikke. Who names their kids Trony? Would you name your kid Trony? Would you name your kid Elegg? And he's come on, that's close to anus. If this is the real sky, then what's the real one like? It's what lies above all those amazing places we've heard of in the stories. The open sea, erupting volcanoes, and everything else waiting for us up on the surface. Above it all is the real true sky. So you're...
So your dream is to go up to the surface and get torn apart by raptors?
Her friends laughed at her.
You're such an idiot.
As time passed, her friends would hurl more vicious insults at her. And every time they did, Trony would fantasize about how one day someone would believe her, that one day the truth would come to light. No matter how much her friends made fun of her, Trony never stopped telling them about her dream However, things rarely happened according to our plans, and Trony's dream would soon take an unexpected turn. Did you get Truck-kun? I gotta blow my nose. Apparently, we're supposed to be able to see something unusual in the sky today. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. On a day when many citizens had gathered in the square to protect everyone in the Ark, Nikke's, a video was projected on the Ark sky display, the Dome of Eternity. It was a 1-minute advertisement consisting of footage of Nikke's defeating raptors. Then what had finally come. Now everyone would believe her. You see? I told you! That wasn't the real sky! You have to go up to the surface to see. Trony, however, was unable to continue. The laughter from her friends, which had been directed towards her.
When does the sky look funny?
Are those raptures? Soon gave to panicked screams. The woman who had just been looking at the sky with her lover. I forgot what voice I did for her. No! It can't be! We're underground. No, no! Was scratching her face with frenzy as if her mind was in tatters. As for the man beside her. How could I have forgotten? He stared blankly into space, tears pouring down his face. Truth had finally come to light, and the false reality they had constructed had crumbled. The ensuing panic and confusion consumed everyone and everything. Fear, frustration, sadness swept over the crowd, and as Trony could do, all Trony could do was weep. It was at that moment that she realized the truth is better left hidden. People were simply not ready to accept the truth. That year, Trony became a Nikke. That year was the deadliest in the Ark's history. Alright, this is a bit of an editor's note, but seeing that makes me think of modern stuff that's happening right now, especially with our government, and for some reason people just can't accept reality of what's happening. Has there... I'm trying to remember if they've ever mentioned that there was that raptors broke into the Ark. I can't think any times they mentioned it. Alright. Trony was turned into a Nikke and joined the Electric Shock Squad. Upon being activated, she was given one mission directive. We're to solve the power issues in the Ark. It's been ravaged with power outages, and they want us to take care of it. If the Dome of Eternity shuts down due to one of these power outages, suffice to say, they won't be good. I know that all too well. I'm sorry if I brought up a bad memory. We're probably going to be too busy for a while to play Boom. Is that okay with you? I don't care how busy we are, so long as the Dome of Eternity stays on. Alright. Then we better dive into our research straight away. I'm looking forward to working with you. An awfully chipper greeting, considering the circumstances. It's just a standard greeting. That's what you do when you want to form a relationship with somebody. Elegg grins while hiding a book behind her back. Is she done all interpersonal? Is all the preparation done? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. Me too. Well, shall we begin? Sure thing. You can leave the circuitry design to me. That's my area of expertise. You don't have to provide me, Miss Trony. Everybody knows you're the best in the field of electrical engineering. The best. Oh boy. Trony hastily buries her face between her knees and begins to tremble. What? Did I say something wrong? The best. Clearly not a big fan of compliments, noted. Electric shock research log. Month X, day X. A good day to play Boom home. Participants Elegg, Trony. Starter converter development. Zap, zap. Something doesn't seem right. Agreed. Huh? What could have been the problem this time? Did I make an error in my calculations? I checked and double-checked them. Again. Let's run it again. Electric shock research log. Month X, day X. A perfect day to play some boom in the laboratory. Participants Elegg and Trony. Disruption during converter development. Whew, I'm back. How'd it go? I'll never get used to these darn interviews. Why in the world do I have to promote missiles anyways? I'm sure you do a great job. You should join next time. Miss Trony? Just thinking about it makes me feel nauseous. How could I possibly stand in front of a crowd of people? The moment I show up on TV screen, this little stock prices will plummet. Then Suen will beat me to a pulp. It's a good thing I uploaded a new copy of my will to the computer. Revision number 427. It's been an honor knowing you, like... What? What are you babbling about? Don't get carried away by your imagination. Besides, how come you're so obsessed with writing all these goofy... codicils? Codicils? Every time I see Suen, I feel like I need to write another will. Anyway, nothing bad is going to happen to you, so don't worry. More importantly, how was your research today? You must have had a tough time going solo. It wasn't too hard. You know the capacitors that measure the power coming from the substation? I think they may be broken. They haven't been giving out any readings. Huh? That's strange. Wasn't everything working fine yesterday? I'll check if there's an issue with the power source tomorrow. You know where the power source is. It's just a matter of tracing the power back to the source. Nothing too difficult. Says you. The advanced stuff that only you could pull off. Wait a second. Did you just say power tracing? That's illegal. And you did it behind my back. I'll leave the rest of this to you, Elegg. What? There's another thing you say to someone when you're getting to know them. Now was not the right time to be using that. Electric shock research. Month X, day X, clear weather. Participant Trony. Error in measuring the power generated in the ARC's power source. Plan to check ARC's power source directly. Elegg absent. Report written by Trony. She actually wrote the report. Based on our observation regarding the amount of power coming into the substation, the reason for the power outages being experienced in the ARC are not due to insufficient power generation. They are instead being caused by excessive amount of power being supplied throughout the ARC infrastructure, resulting in a power surge. Therefore, the converter's task is not to increase the power output, but in fact to divert excess power generated by the ARC's power source. End of log. That's all correct. So tell me, what was the power source? Nothing special, just a normal generator. Nothing special? Is that what you call a machine that generates infinite amounts of energy? We've dreamt about this for ages. This means the ability to create an infinite energy source is hidden somewhere in the ARC. Aren't you even curious? How could it have remained hidden all this time? What's the truth behind all this? What are we missing here? I'm tired. I can imagine, considering how hard you worked on the converter. Well, you can rest easy knowing that we put a stop to all those pesky power outages. You should go rest. Electric shock research. Month X, day X. A perfect day to play some boom in the laboratory. Participants Elegg and Trony. Converter development completed. Miss Trony. Electric shock research. Month X. Participant Elegg. After development of the converter, Trony continues to be absent. The day Trony learned the true identity of the power source of the ARC. Don't tell me they got like some Nikke puffed to a wall down there. She felt tremendous fear. At the same time, a thought ran through her mind. The truth is better left hidden. People are not ready to accept the truth. Or it could be a big rapture. Big rapture corpse down there. I'm still going with... Wait, no, I know what it is. It's some bio energy shit. And they've been throwing dead humans in there. The failed Nikkes. After taking their brains out, they throw their corpses down there. Oh man. It was for this reason that Trony decided she would keep the truth hidden. Sure, all that fear that came with it herself. Ooh. I wish they did this more often, where they would have characters in different positions. As Trony stares at the monitor, she drops the tablet in her hand, then buries her face between her knees, as if to block out all sound. As if to separate herself from the world, her body begins to tremble, and the tears stream down her, staining her sleeves. I guess I've seen the Nikkes cry before. Suddenly there is a sound of footsteps on the hallway. Miss Trony, it's me. Elegg? I fucking did it again. Fuck, man, I fucked it up. I was wondering why something seemed off. Fuck, I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this. Elegg stands outside the door. Trony, something has happened today. I met with Mr. Command. Wait, no, that's not it. The ARC Gaming Expo is tomorrow. They said they're going to have an ARC Rangers meet and greet there. Isn't that exciting? No, that's not what I'm supposed to say either. Every time she approaches the door of Trony's room, Elegg stops short and pulls back. Having a hard time? Yeah. Expressing your feelings is harder said than done. Now that I'm actually doing it, I'm kind of freaking out. Are you scared you won't be able to properly express yourself? Yeah. I must look pretty pathetic right now. Not at all. This is a perfectly normal reaction. Man, I'm a fucking expert on this stuff. Mm-hmm. Really? But Elegg, nothing will change if you back away from this. Now is the time to take a step forward. I know, you're right. You don't want to ban Trony and leave her like this, do you? No. I'd never want that. Then buck up. I can tell you how genuine you are. I'm sure Trony will sense that as well. Just gotta be genuine. That's all. Elegg mumbles to herself as she once again steps towards the door. After taking a deep breath, she knocks at the door again. Miss Trony, it's me again. Elegg? I have something to say to you. It's about an old story from way back. When I was young, I was always bullied by my peers for liking Boom so much. They called me a weirdo, said that I was obsessed. They said it so much that even I started to believe it. So, I saw a post on Twitter recently. There was, this woman, she basically got her husband in trouble. So this guy, he liked collecting, action figure toys. But he not only would he collect them, he would also play with them. Like I got some binacles on my desk. Let me grab Rutaka here. Oh shit! I pulled up his leg. Oh damn, he's pretty stiff. Yeah, you'll play with him like swinging his arms around, like whoosh, type shit. And I know this is kind of a side story, but she ended up getting him in trouble with his dad because his dad, they had a terrible relationship. Because for some reason, she thought it was weird of him to be doing it, even though People have hobbies and things they enjoy, and it's sometimes bad taking those things away. And she wanted him to stop because they are having a child on the way. But hey, if the dad likes playing with toys, he'd probably be good with the child growing up, because he'd probably spend time with his children a lot, because he'll want to pass on the things he enjoys with his child. And basically, the wife, she told the father of the guy who likes playing with the toys about it, and the father came and basically took all the toys away from him. Pretty fucked up. And people gotta have their hobbies and things they enjoy, and if not, then some people won't enjoy life. I felt like an outcast, like you couldn't be accepted anywhere. I started to spend more and more time in my room, but then one day I heard a girl's voice outside my window shouting, "Oh, my dream is to look at the sky." That's not the real sky. The real... Oh wait, no. That's that's not the real sky. The real sky is what lies above all those amazing places we've heard about in the stories. The moment I laid eyes on that girl, she was positively radiant. The confidence with which she stood by her dreams, no matter what others said. I wanted to become like her, to have that same self-assurance, to be able to have my own convictions and stand by them. I think that's when it happened, when I first desired to install Boom on every device I could find. That way, all those people who ignored me before would see just how great Boom was. I realize it's a bit of a weird dream, but that's when it all began. There you go. Miss Trony, you're like a beacon of light, and you shine far too bright to be spending your life locked in a dark room. I know that. Whatever it is that's scaring you, I know that you'll overcome it. No matter how long it takes, you will finally overcome it. You mustn't forget your dream. You've always wanted to make sure the dome of eternity never turned off. To make that dream a reality, you overcame your past trauma and made the converter. So please come outside now, and we can play some Boom like we used to. Or heck, we could play any other shooting game you like. Poof. All the lights in the hallway cut out. See, this is what I fucking missed this. I gotta go back and edit this shit. It's a power outage, and it's affected the entire arc. God damn it, I gotta... Oh, I'm gonna... Fuck it, I'm gonna push through. This is gonna be... deal with the hour long. I'm rereading this. The loss of power causes widespread panic in the arc. Even from Trony's room, distant cries can be heard off in the distance. Ooh. I knew something bad was going to happen. Oh, she has the pamphlet in her hand. See? Gah. Why don't they do this more often? Trony, something's wrong with the converter. I've got to go take a look at it. I'll be right back. Mr. Cranner, let's go. Footsteps fade away. That's the robot speaking. Trony, if your memories are wiped, you would lose everything. All that you saw that day. Trony's dream. Even Elegg. Is that what you want? Trony wrings her shirt more tightly. No. I can't let that happen. Trony. Running away won't solve anything. I know that. Trony. Whatever it is that is scaring you, you can overcome it. Didn't Elegg tell you the same thing? Miss Trony, you're like a beacon of light, and you shine far too bright to be spending your life locked up in the dark room. I know that. Whatever it is that's scaring you, I know that you'll overcome it. No matter how long it takes, you will finally overcome it. You mustn't forget your dream. You've always wanted to make sure the dome of eternity never turned off. To make that dream reality, you overcame your past trauma and made the converter. So let's try and go outside. We have something to do. Trony lifts her head. As she does, she glances at the monitor. On the screen, there are various stats in the HUD for the shooting game, and above that, a fighter jet that Trony is in control of. On the HUD, there is a screen name, T. Ronnie. As the backup power also runs out, the monitor gradually fades, leaving Trony facing only a reflection of the glass. Come on, they what a missed opportunity to have, you know, an image of her looking into the glass. Running away won't solve anything. With trembling hands, Trony opens the door. The dark hallway seems both familiar and foreign. Black Ark Ranger figurines and other merchandise line the entire length of the passage. Video game CDs, comics, and more. All things that Elegg had purchased throughout her years of attempting to draw Trony out. Trony glances at the gifts that Elegg had prepared for her, and then rushes outside. Overcoming fear B. God damn me. Hate that rhymed. I follow Elegg into an unfamiliar building. Where are we? This is the substation. This is where all the electricity is produced, and the power plant is converted and distributed to various locations. Basically, how it works is, Elegg proceeds to bombard me with an in-depth explanation that I only gasped at a superficial level. So, that's all I hear. In summary, the converter is an entire reason why the Ark has a raw power supply. If that's the case, then something must be wrong with the converter. Is that right? Correct. Can you shine the flashlight over there? Over here? There, here, whatever. I point the flashlight where Elegg directs me. Zap, zap. Watch out for the areas where sparks are flying. I'd be okay, but I don't want you getting electrocuted. How does it look? To be honest, not so good. For some reason, more power than usual is being generated from the power plant. The converter is being overloaded. Right now, only some areas are experiencing a power outage. But unless we tend to this quickly, it'll spread throughout the entire Ark. And that would include the Dome of Eternity. That would be a big problem. Exactly. There was a time that they tried to show an advertisement on the Dome of Eternity. Once people realized the sky above them was fictional construct, they lost their minds. So that's the thing, there wasn't raptures coming through. It's just since they're so naive and they bought into the reality that they never expected the sky to change like that. That's crazy. More than that, I heard many people fell into depression. Yes, and that was just from a short 60-second advertisement. Now imagine what would happen if you go completely kaput. We gotta do something. I know. We got to do everything we can to prevent that from happening. Rewire the circuits here, can you? I've already taken care of the circuits over there. What? What else can I do? Miss Trony! Elegg embraces Trony. Oh, damn you! Why? Why they so... They could have totally just... What a wasted opportunity. Elegg. It's nice to see you outside. You're suffocating me. Oh, sorry. I'm just so jazzed up. Perhaps we can save all this for later. You got it. Let's get back to work. Since Miss Trony's here now, we should be able to repair the converter in no time. Mr. Commander, can you Go and tell the others that the power will be back on. I don't want anyone losing their heads out there. On it. I need to see the two of you are on the case. Thanks for your vote of confidence. Some way behind Trony hangs her head. Now I'll leave the rest to the experts. Okay. Here you go. Trony hands the tablet to Elegg, which displays her calculations regarding the power output. Holy moly, this thing is outputting twice as much power as before. No wonder the converter couldn't handle it. We've got to improve the converter's handling capacity. Do you think you can do that? I've done it before. Good. Now I'll get started. Oh, Miss Trony. Yes? It's nice to be working with you again. Same here. How great. Oh, I see. That's why it messed me up. Okay. So when you finish going through the thing, it'll automatically make you go to play the next one. And I exited out. Okay, I see. Damn thing. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Now, all we've got to do is replace this circuit, and we should be done. Yes, nearly there. Elegg, I have something to say. What's that? What we're doing here won't solve the issue with the Ark's power. Huh? I figured. Its incident proved as much. I'm not sure what exactly powers the Ark, but something like this could never happen again. Could happen again. If we want to solve this problem for good, we got to find a way to control that power source. Although it beats me how you're supposed to rein in a power source that produces infinite energy. It's frightening, isn't it? That such a thing could exist in the Ark. You can say that again. Wait, you're scared too? Of course. I always thought you weren't scared of anything. Don't be silly. Of course there are things that freak me out. Well, you certainly seem fearless when you secretly installed Boom on Suyen's phone. Actually, have I ever told you why I like Boom as much as I do? Trony shakes her head. Boom is an old school game, so in many ways it doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't give you a map, or tell you where to find, or tell you where you're on the level. No information about how many enemies there are, or item locations. You got to figure it all out as you go. In the beginning, it was really scary. You never know when an enemy would pop out, or you'd fall into a trap. But as you keep playing, you slowly become familiar with the layout of the levels, where your current location is, how many enemies are left, and where certain items are. You find these things out naturally over the course of playing. After I cleared the entire game, I felt a real sense of accomplishment. That's when Boom hit me to speak. That's why Boom is so much fun for me. We're experiencing the same thing here. The fact we may not know much is terrifying. But if we keep gathering information, we'll eventually be able to control this thing. That's when we'll feel the boom, baby. Here we go. The newly reinvented converter kicks into gear. The pulse-pounding 8-bit music fills the air, along with Protector Light Show. She installed a bunch of shit. Boom, baby. All around them, Boom plays on every visible screen. I figured since we have such a hard day, we deserve a little... What a feeling. Elegg and Trony look around the multitude of Boom images surrounding them. The goofy smiles plaster on their faces. That was fun. I guess it's about time we head back. Elegg, before we head back, can we stop by somewhere? Where? The Ark's power source. I want to show you. Dun dun dun. Yeah, see, it does it. Okay. Last one. Okay, wow, that's the... They didn't show. Both of them know, but no one else knows. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Are you seeing this, Mr. Commander? It's a limited edition boom package. Yes, I see it. We've been staring at it for an hour now. Whoa! Excellent. She actually dressed up. Noob. Let's leave Elegg to her devices. We should head over to the final quest event. It'll be starting any minute now. After Electric Shock banded together to solve the power outage crisis, all of us decided to come to the Arc Gaming Expo to celebrate. I never thought you'd be joining us, Trony. It's only because they told me there was going to be an Arc Rangers meet and greet. I gathered enough courage to make it out here, but there's so many people. Never mind, forget it. I want to go home. Do you see that, Miss Trony? It's a limited edition boom package. Holy moly! Wowie! Elegg. All's well that ends well. I suppose at least Elegg and Trony are getting along well. I know you had the day off, Exia, but what about you two? Man, I can't believe it. Could you please get a hold of yourself and answer the question? Trony, help me out here. I look over at Trony, who has tears in her eyes. You're so doomed. Huh? Suyin actually wanted us to come in today, but Elegg ignored her and dragged me here instead. She seemed pretty angry about something, although I'm not sure what. I got it written down here somewhere. Out of the 427 times Suyin has called us in, there were 201 outbursts, 149 instances of verbal abuse, 45 flip-outs, and 32 counts of disciplinary action. Oh, she didn't hit you? I guess that's mostly for, well, no. She hit Matisse? I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch my old videos. Creak. Trony shudders and slumps, nearly sliding off her chair, but Elegg catches her. Don't worry too much. It's probably nothing. Yeah, you're probably right. We did everything Suyin asked us to do. We changed all her passwords from 3 months ago. We found the remote control that had gotten lost behind the sofa. Does she always make you do all these menial tasks? She's just upset because I told her I was going on strike. I didn't implicate you, Trony, so don't need to worry. Strike? Time to start with number 428. I, Trony, and Nikke, belonging to Electric Shock Squad, passed away here on this day. Greek. Trony turns pale as a she and slumps down in her chair. Trony! Are you sure you two are okay? As long as you're getting along, I guess that's all that matters. Yep, well, I guess that's the end. Well, I hope I went through all of them. Of course, wait till I freaking figure out that... Oh, I can bookmark them? I didn't know I could do that.
Fleetly fading, strike.
Oh, dang it. I'm disappointed when they don't have talking. How come this one has talking?
Good.
It's because it was a big event and that I never paid attention. I didn't go through the story of that event. I will say that was actually a pretty decent story about mental health. There are too many people who shut themselves away from the world, and I mean, I can't say that I'm not one of them. Sometimes life can be too frightening.
Thick short stacks